Hello everyone, this is Michael Golpe and welcome to my channel. This is the weekend report for the 12th and 13th of July 2025. I don't think that I'll do a video tomorrow, but you never know. So I would like to definitely welcome the new subscribers that have come. A few have dropped off. That could be okay because, maybe they didn't really want to be here. And that's fine. But we got a whole bunch of new ones. Welcome everyone. And for those that don't know, I'm a credentialed reporter through the, what is that, CFA Project Foundation? Yeah, CFA. And it's in my description. Take a look at my description to learn more about me and what makes me think I'm qualified to speak on these matters. I've been in crypto since 2017 and haven't looked back since. I did first hear about crypto in, Bitcoin, I should say, in 2008, just shortly after Satoshi posted the Bitcoin white paper. Back then, I couldn't wrap my head around it. Gosh, what was that, 9 years later? 8.5 years later, I finally wrapped my head around it, and I haven't looked back. I definitely want people to know this is more than a crypto channel. I'm someone who has first-hand knowledge and experience with Sallie Mae and student loans. I could go on about them for a very long time, but I want to be able to put the evidence out there for you to peruse. And because there's a lot of unreported knowledge out there, but I want to put the receipts out there, as they say. This way you can confirm it yourself. Now, that being said, I would like to discuss credit scores and credit reports. Now, for those who have been on this channel for a bit, I talk about those things because the only way to have a future, I forgot about the road work here, the only way to have a future is to acquire assets. Get them as quick as you can. Don't overbuy, and don't sell for profit. Do what's called buy, borrow, die. Look it up. I read an article once, I believe it was on Investopedia, that covered it quite well. Now, moving on from that, why do we want to do that? Because we want to own a house. Now, mind you, I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for that, and that's fine. And I'm sorry about the bumpiness, but I dug up this road. I completely forgot about it. They're laying in smoother roads again, which they need to do over the entirety of the state. In any case, now you'll hear a lot when discussing real estate that is cheaper to rent than to buy. That's based on national averages and reporting on the nation. However, I'm a prime example of your experience may vary, because right now I have a wonderful landlord, great solid guy, and there's a couple of factors involved. I shouldn't get into it too much, but the thing is, let me just say it this way, it's time. It's time for me to own, and I need to do it. That being said, you want to learn as much as possible about ownership. You want to be able to compare and contrast a co-op versus a condo, your state regulations, laws, etc. You want to understand the difference between a townhouse, say, and a single-family house, and is it a condo or is it issued to you under a co-op? You want to know what the difference is between an ownership structure any case, let's just stop there. Look into this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So here we do cover. This guy's like really trying to rear end me. Real doom cuff. Are you drunk at 3:30 in the afternoon? You need help. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, if you're an alcoholic, please get the help you need. You're putting other people in danger, people that love you. Just saying. In any case, so you want to own a property that you can leverage. That, let's say you want to help an elder parent who doesn't have much. You want to be able to say, hey, can you house sit for my property here? And they can be your house sitter. Of course, now you're involving LLCs, that kind of thing. The house sitter should have their own LLC, registered in the state, because you have to look at foreign entity rules. Your home should be under an LLC as well. And if you do it right, you can have homes in many states, and you can be considerate of certain tax advantages per state. I'm not an attorney, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a financial planner. But, or I should say, and nothing I say is advice of any kind. I'm just speaking from experience, and I am giving my opinion that is subjective to the information that I have acquired for my own needs. The purpose of this channel is to have discussions about these topics without anyone trying to sell you something. That said, please buy a mug in the link tree. I couldn't resist. In any case, now let me get to the credit score thing. I appreciate everyone that's still watching 7 minutes into this. I spent this morning, as you heard, roughly 2:30 in the afternoon. I spent the morning. I have the Norton app. I have an account with them, and specifically for controlling your credit. I have multiple apps for this. Multiple reportings. You have to be aware of your credit score, and you have to keep your credit reports clean. I forget the number, but it was a high majority of credit reports are wrong to the point of being detrimental to your credit score. So you have to go, you have to clean it up, and one day we'll do a video on that. Essentially, your credit report was that. I'll put the link up. It's ironically a .com, and you have to get it, your credit reports from the big three. You have to first get it by mail, and then after you get it by mail, you have to then, there are a lot of steps. Just follow the instructions because you want to get in control of your credit. Also, the people that release the FICO scores have an app. It's $40 a month called My FICO. That is the only one from True Isaac, or Fair Isaac, excuse me, which is the makers of the FICO score. You get other ones, they're all trying to sell you something. To their credit, My FICO is straight up with, hey, this is what we charge, this is what we give you, boom. And it's great. You get a lot, and you can explore the app. With that being said, I utilize Norton. And I forgot how it started. But they said, your privacy report is ready. Like my privacy report, it was something I didn't realize Norton had. What it is that it basically scans where your information is with the data brokers. Now, you got a lot of apps offering that, and there are other apps that can help you to remove stuff. We'll talk about that one day. But what I'm talking about here with the privacy report, I was able to get a list of brokers who were selling my information. And it was something like 147, if I remember right. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there are that many brokers out there. Now, the benefits of this, when you follow the instructions, you take your time, you're patient, and you say, this is the way it is because it's the way it has to be, and you just do it. You go ahead and you basically, short version, you remove your information. Now, what's the advantage of this? First of all, one advantage, and there are many, one that stands out is, since, in my humble opinion, we're all going to be rich because of our cryptos, you need to tone down the amount of information that's out there about you. Yeah, of course, you need to have LLCs, and who's your registered agent. You got to put them into trust. There are plenty of good videos on that. Just follow the community page, which is go to my homepage, go to posts, and just go into posts. I put a ton of stuff on that. Now, also, you take care of that. You're also, because let's say you've cleaned up your credit report as best as possible, you have 3 credit reports, but they get their information from yet another party. What this does, it goes to that other party, and you're saying, take away my information, suppress my information. What's good about that? Because the wrong information keeps reporting. And when you try to clean up your credit, they say, no, it's documented here. What's documented there is the wrong information. Now, Mike, the credit guy, he's excellent when it comes to cleaning up your credit. And I don't necessarily 100% agree with Mike on his politics, but I think he's wonderful at what he does. And what does he do? He teaches you how to remove bad things from your credit report. And you really need that, ladies and gentlemen, because I've had experience, and I'm still working on it. It's like a never-ending thing, where I'm taking care of a whole bunch of misinformation that's still hurting my credit. And I'm trying to work on, they're saying I have 2 late payments, which I know I don't have, and they won't take them off. But Mike, the credit guy, to his credit, no pun intended, is showing people the different court cases that have been decided, which can help people to go ahead and get all that bad stuff off there. So that's my next process. He has this thing called Dispute Beast. I am a member of that. For whatever reason, it was difficult for me to utilize the links on my phone, and so even though I have an affiliate link, I can't share it right now. Only get an affiliate link for me from here. If you follow my X, you can get on there too, unless I state otherwise. But on here and on X, that's where I put stuff. So, of course, nothing is financial advice, and nothing I post is a recommendation per se. What it is a point of discussion, which is the whole purpose of this channel, is to discuss things, such as what I did this morning. I went through the list of 12 different ones, 12 different main ones. One of them had 37 affiliates. Another one had another high amount, and then there's affiliates here and there. Of these main 12, it was roughly, my memory says 147 of them. 147, ladies and gentlemen, that's insane. All reporting incorrect data. That was just more than mind-boggling to me. In any case, I digress. So, what's my point here in this? It's that in these uncertain times where we don't know what's going to happen with Mr. Powell, rumors abound. Some say he's a patriot. Some say this is all a game. Some say very bad things about him. And you just don't know. What you do know is that if you get your credit in gear, your credit score to its peak, then you'll get the best. And part of to its peak is if you have information in there that we'll politely say was not entered correctly, then, boy, I really can't stand that company with the student loans. In any case, you can clean up your credit and begin to change your life in a positive direction. For example, in not necessarily my immediate area, but in the surrounding area, it's cheaper to own than to buy. And to a lesser extent in this area it is, but good luck finding something. Like the apartments around here are small and the houses are big. To get an equal measurement is a bit difficult. But that being said, you can save money, not just by the lower interest rate you're going to pay. You can save money just by applying these lower rates that you're going to pay to your daily life. You're going to be able to afford a better car, which is going to help you travel further in order to, let's say, get good sales on things because you're in a high-priced area, but you got a good deal on the house, so it's still kind of sort of cheaper than renting, or it's better than renting, what have you. So you'll be able to afford more stuff. Now, I'm not big on just having stuff for the sake of having stuff. I'm bigger on the idea of having useful stuff to make your life easier. You've worked hard in your life and you're trying to have good things. So I wanted to stress to everyone that no matter how successful crypto is and how successful financially it makes you, you can't just throw your money on the street. You got to get your credit score all together. You got to get everything together. So as we begin to enter crypto week, and that could be a very interesting week this week ahead and starting in 2 days, with FedNow allegedly coming online with XRP, and the entire week is crypto week, could be very interesting. So I'd like to suggest for everyone that right now, this weekend, is a great time to begin to clean up your credit score. So if you like videos like this, please like. Yeah, honest videos that are intended to help people. Please share them amongst your friends. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And again, welcome new subscribers. And just remember to stick it to the man. And once again, I'll give a shout out to Mike the Credit Guy, and I'll put the @ in the title. This way, you know who I'm talking about. So give him a follow. And even if you don't agree with him politically, respect what the man does. He's coming from a good heart, in my humble opinion. All right, everyone. Thanks again, and have a good one. Now go make some money.